A real unexpected turn. I don't know which way's up. I don't know what I'm doing here. So we are back here getting Beachbody ready for our honeymoon in the Maldives, and we are starting this with eating right.
We're not only going to be doing this for the duration of getting ready for the Maldives. This is a start of a new journey since we're now married and we want to spend maximum time together. So we're going to be starting a new lifestyle.
A new lifestyle.
This is healthy forever. It's healthy living.
But after we do this, we go back to ice cream tours. And with that said, we have found 15 recipes to turn any carnivore into a vegetarian. How do you feel about that promise?
I mean, I don't think it'll turn me into a vegetarian.
I'm skeptical.
But that being said, this looks really good and I'm starving.
This is our vegan buffalo chicken burger lettuce wrap.
Gotta make him eat his vegetables somehow.
Do you know what's all in here?
Flaxseed, oats, chickpeas.
A flaxseed egg.
Which is just flaxseed.
And I feel like most of the things on this list are like a substitution for something that you would want to eat. Vegan hamburger, vegetarian stupid pasta thing.
We're going to review these recipes. Now that being said, I personally enjoy vegetables in their natural state.
So we've got a few things on the side. These are some rustically roasted Brussels sprouts. That means I burned them. But we're gonna see how closely these compare to the main dish and whether or not this is worth the trouble or if this is more fanciful nonsense that's meant to sound like a clever, fun substitution, but actually tastes like hot feet.
Before we start, do you want to actually list off the recipe?
In this recipe, we have got
chickpeas,
carrots, cauliflower, celery, flaxseed egg. We've got a bit of flour, bit of rolled oats, and a little bit of love. Oh, plus buffalo sauce.
So each patty is about 80 calories. And then we're also substituting the bun with lettuce. And this buffalo sauce, albeit probably high in sodium, but it's no calories, so.
How cute this is, though. It's a fun little pocket of love. And it smells like lettuce. The flavor is not bad. It's spicy. Like, I think I got spice first. Get a little sourness. You get a little salt. You get a little heat. I think a lot of that's... I think the buffalo sauce is carrying a lot of the weight here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just taste the patty.
I think it's got good salt. It's got good spice. I did pour on more buffalo sauce on the outside, though, and I think that's doing it.
The patty's not bad. I would probably not add celery next time.
Is that flavor too distinct for you? It's not bad, but I would say like most vegetarian burgers, it is mushy in the inside.
I like it. I don't like the celery though. I feel like the celery doesn't mesh with all the other flavors, but all the other flavors itself meshes together. And you can actually think it's a burger.
I don't taste the celery by itself. It's surprisingly good.
It is actually really good. Good job, us.
You have to prep a lot of vegetables. You gotta prep the cauliflower, the celery, the carrot. You gotta find a green onion. You got a can of chickpeas.
Cauliflower is really good though. Roasted Brussels sprouts though. This is delicious.
I'd rather eat these. It was good. It was fun. I think I would want 2. 80 calories is not a lot of food.
I was gonna say, we should eat too. While he's over there prepping that, I think everyone should think about changing their lifestyle just to be more vegetarian, fruits, vegetables focused instead of processed foods. And healthy living doesn't mean like only eating vegetables or like only eating raw stuff. It really just means giving your body the nutrients that it needs.
Which one?
This one.
Well, I will say that is some flax egg on my face because this turned out to be pretty tasty.
I'm glad you like it.
Because you were saying this is healthier, but it is not cheaper. We spent just as much on all these fresh vegetables. And there is a bit of a limited time span there. Since we only go to the grocery store once a week, they don't last too long. It's a narrow path you walk when you walk the path of the vegan.
It is not cheap to be healthy, and I think that's one of the biggest disparities in this country.
Quite mushy. Not mad at this. Do you think this dish could be better if it wasn't trying to be buffalo chicken? The whole point of this recipe is to try and pretend like it's a buffalo chicken sandwich.
I think it does a pretty good job at that. Stir-fried cauliflower is one of my favorites.
Do you think you would have rather had just that? Because I'll say, it's not that vegetables are bad. I'm not knocking on vegetables, they're fine. They have their place. We have vegetable recipes, or at least vegetarian recipes, that are pretty outstanding. Ones I would come back to, and we often do. But if these claim that they can make us not need or want to eat meat again,
I'd say they failed in that department.
it did indeed. It did indeed. But this was a tasty dinner. I don't feel bad about it. I like all the burn bits.
Carcinogenic.
A little bit of health food, a little bit of cancer.
No, I'm so full.
All right, let's see what else we got. So we are back again with some healthy meals, and this time we've got kimchi portobello mushroom burger with kimchi mayo and a side of baked onion rings. How do you feel about all this?
I feel like it's less healthy than it should be.
Definitely, because as you might be able to tell, this mushroom burger is deep fried mushrooms. Which, if we're doing all of this with the intention of being healthy and good, this kind of defeats all of that.
Why is the mushroom not baked? That's how the recipe is?
So how the recipe? Now the recipe is not promising to be healthy. It's promising to turn carnivores into vegetarians. Which, I was skeptical about it until I saw how crispy these are and how big this pile is.
That's crispy.
It's pretty crispy. It's got my attention. These, on the other hand, these look pretty sad. They are limp. They're little, the coating did not stick very well at all.
I'm surprised that the mushroom wasn't fried whole as a cap to use as an entire patty.
That's what I was expecting as well. I'm just gonna put a good helping of this kimchi mayo on top. We've got some shredded cucumber as well to top it with.
Is it just plain or is it marinated some way?
It's not marinated any way at all. I'm just gonna put it through a little pile. I don't think this is gonna be a clean one to eat.
I'm only gonna eat half a bun.
Eat it with both and with some onion rings on top. And see if I can get this into my face. That's gonna be all right.
Delicious. Need more kimchi.
I need to dip this bad boy. All I got was bread and fried breading.
I feel like I never put on enough kimchi. Yeah, that the kimchi is not fermented enough. I like it like super fermented though.
This is pretty tasty.
This is delicious. I would turn vegetarian for this. Now, on a scale of 1 to I'll never make this again, how difficult was it?
Some of the difficulty came from the fact that I was making 2 breaded recipes at once. Anytime you're working with deep frying, there's a little bit of trouble. That is a lot of oil to have to go through. I did salt the fried mushrooms as they came out, but I feel like they could use more. You get a bite of it just by itself. It's very greasy with no real like relief.
The kimchi provides a good relief for me though. It's the acid that it needs.
So I keep dunking it right into the mayo. I'm gonna try one of these by themselves. They're very limp. I had to flip them once and all of the breading just kind of sloughed off.
Would you go vegetarian for this burger?
I'll say it's better than a lot of burgers I've had. Just because of that deep frying, you get it so crispy.
It is so crispy. But also, portobello mushrooms are so meaty and delicious.
These aren't good, but they're not bad. They were definitely the most work, I think. The breaded onion rings. I'd almost rather have deep fried these and baked the mushrooms, but... And the mushrooms had a much simpler breading too. I have to say, when we first started this project, I thought it was gonna be a bunch of cheap shots at vegetarian food. And just maybe vegetarians in general.
But
the success rate is high, so I'm very confused about the whole thing.
kimchi is so good in that it's like fermented. It has a lot of antioxidants. It's fresh.
Got that super punch of acid and funk.
I almost don't even need the mayo.
I gotta stop that right there. The mayo is tying all this together. It's making this good.
I think the kimchi is making this good to me.
That's insane. And there's kimchi in the mayo. That's all the brine. That is half kimchi brine, half mayo. So limp. I am eating these up. And I'm glad they were there to pile on top of the burger.
This will turn you vegetarian. What?
I mean, obviously, no. I would eat it again, though. It's really good. This was as good of a burger as I've had. And I don't know, it's hard to compete with, like, bacon and cheese.
I'm not as crazy about crunchy as you are. I'm more for trying to minimize the amount of oil.
Oh yeah, this is super duper unhealthy, I think. Overall a success?
Overall, so delicious. Oh my gosh, I'm so full. Ugh.
A real unexpected turn. I don't know which way's up. I don't know what I'm doing here.
He's eating vegetarian meals. I think I can keep this going. Maybe the next one will.
Let's see.
Oh, this smells so homey.
So we are back here one last time, and this time we've got a healthy vegetarian take on beef stroganoff. This is mushroom stroganoff.
This is almost vegan, with the exception of the egg noodles.
It is a much healthier, lighter take, but it is still mostly a pasta dish, and I do wonder how healthy this actually is.
The pasta itself is only 210 calories per 2 ounces.
There's not that usual butter, there's no sour cream.
But it smells so good. It was all cooked in one pot, super easy, cleanup was super easy.
And it definitely is a much lighter take than the usual, I guess. I've never actually had beef stroganoff, which is apparently a travesty.
It's so good. I love beef stroganoff. Well, this is really good. This smells so good. And I tasted it whilst cooking. What do you think?
There's a lot of flavor in there. If I didn't know there wasn't butter, I would think this is just drowning in butter. And it's just silky smooth.
Perfect for a cold night. It's freezing here in the Midwest. This is delicious.
We did use fresh thyme from the garden, but it seems like it got lost.
Only 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I think I would like some red pepper flakes in here.
I do wish it was a bit more substantial, though. It's a delicious sauce that it clings on there well. The mushrooms are amazing. I do love mushrooms all the time. But I don't find it to be very substantial.
I mean, there's more in the pot.
I don't think it's a quantity issue.
Would you mind grabbing the pepper flakes?
I think when you go vegetarian, you do have to compensate a little bit of that flavor with spice.
Now,
Maybe not that much.
how's the seasoning? Because I added a lot more salt than I thought I needed.
I could do with more. I don't think it's lacking salt. I like to take it to the edge where it starts to hurt a little bit. Maybe parsley on top wouldn't have been too bad. That might have brightened it up a bit. Because it does feel very rich, despite not having any butter in it.
The recipe called for sprinkling Parmesan cheese on top too.
Fun fact, she actually has a terrible phobia to Parmesan.
Not phobia. Tasted version.
A tasted version.
I like it even better with some red pepper flakes. You try it?
Can be cautious after that Korean fried chicken tour.
So, in trying these vegetable dishes, I've been vegetarian for like 2 days now. And I must say, it's not bad. I actually feel better. How about you?
I haven't been vegetarian. I did fly through this bowl though. Do you think you can go for a long time though with just mushrooms and these other vegetables?
I think so. I honestly haven't craved it.
Because I would also say that I don't think these are the very best vegetarian dishes out there. These are substitutions. They're like fun, quirky projects. But I don't think they are vegetables in their best light. I feel like if I had a loaf of bread to maybe soak up the last of it, I think that'd be very fulfilling, but also pretty terrible for you. If the aim of this project was to turn me into a full-blown vegetarian, I don't think it's succeeded.
I think it succeeded for me.
Oh God, you're not actually going vegetarian, are you?
No. Would you divorce me if I did?
No. As long as you still eat ice cream.
Oh, that's vegan.
They were good. They were all three better than I expected them to be. I had very low expectations. And really, there was no doubt in my mind that these were going to be just mocked by me the whole time.
I actually was thinking the same. That you were going to mock them.
Thought it was going to be a lot of cheap shots. But no, they're all fine. Which of these would you make again? Would you make the patties? The wraps?
I would say I would not make the patties.
A little too mushy.
And the flavor was just not the best.
The fried mushroom burgers, though.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
9 out of 10.
I'll be interested to see what they are like baked. But again, my expectations are quite low for that. And this, though, I would definitely eat again. This was quick, it was easy, and it was really tasty.
Yeah.
I just want something else to go along with it.
I don't really need anything else to go along with it. How about we do 1 week vegetarian out of the month?
Okay.
Really?
Sure.
Really?
Wait. Even for lunches?
Mm-hmm.
We'll at least talk about it.
So, new year, new you. If you're looking for some new recipes, you can give some of these a try.
Yes, we will link them below. Because it's really boring to watch us make it. And it's even more boring to edit that. And we'll try to explore a few places around town.
Indoor dining has reopened in St. Louis.
It should not have. Hopefully we can try a few maybe dessert recipes. Healthy alternative. No, that already makes me sad. We'll think of something.
See you next time.
Bye.